All right. Hello, everybody. I don't know if I'm live. Hopefully I am. If you are jumping on live, say hi in the chat. Let me know you're here. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Um, we've got a good topic today. Happy New Year, everybody. And my name is Cindy Baker. If you don't know who I am, I'm a productivity coach, an ADHD specialist, and I help entrepreneurs overcome that sense of overwhelm and learn how to manage their energy and their focus so they can grow their business and scale their business. So, if that's you, or if you just uh, wear a lot of hats and juggle a bunch of different tasks like an entrepreneur does, then you will find some helpful tips in these little trainings that I do. And so today we're going to talk about how to leverage your strengths to outsmart common entrepreneurial pitfalls. So, welcome. Thank you for joining me. And we're going to talk about, whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur or you're just starting out your journey or whether you're in a career. This talk is going to give you some actionable insights to help you navigate the challenges of running a business or working in your career while trying to stay true to your unique strengths, because sometimes you're asked to work outside of your strengths. So again, I'm Cindy Baker. I'm a productivity coach. I specialize in helping entrepreneurs and professionals overcome distractions, manage their time effectively, and unlock their full potential, even if they feel like their brain is constantly on overdrive. So let's go ahead and dive in. Let's talk about how to recognize common entrepreneurial pitfalls. First, let's talk about common challenges. I'm sorry, I am actually getting over COVID, so I sound horrible, but try to overlook that, please. So we're going to talk about common challenges that almost every entrepreneur faces. The first one I mentioned earlier, it's overwhelm and burnout. There's always so much to do and there's never enough time. And then they also face a lack of focus because you're wearing multiple hats. It's hard to prioritize. You're, as they say, all over the place. Another challenge is procrastination and perfectionism, which kind of go together because you either put things off or you spend too much time trying to make them perfect. And then you have inconsistent execution of tasks. You start with great ideas, but you struggle with follow through. Does any of that sound familiar? If so, you are not alone. These pitfalls are part of the entrepreneurial journey, but they don't have to hold you back. That's what we're going to talk about. The key is to leverage your strengths instead of always focusing on your weaknesses. Leverage your strengths, your superpowers to work around these obstacles. So how do you do that? Well, you have to discover what your strengths are to start with. And, it's a truth that's often overlooked. The qualities that make you unique, even the ones that you think are flaws, can become your greatest assets when you know how to harness them, because you're put together in a way that's different than anyone else. So the first step is to identify your strengths. Take a moment to think about, what are you naturally good at? Maybe even if it's something that annoys other people, but you're naturally good at it. Maybe you're a big picture thinker, creative problem solver. Maybe you're great at building relationships. Write these things down. Think about things that you're naturally good at. And if you're not sure, ask yourself, what tasks energize me? What do others compliment me on? When do I feel in flow? And then write those things down. The second step is to match your strengths to solutions. So let's align your strengths with solutions to the pitfalls that I mentioned earlier. So let's talk about the first one, overwhelm and burnout. If you're great at spotting patterns, then you can use this skill to identify which tasks truly matter and eliminate the rest. If you struggle with a lack of focus, well, if your strength is that you thrive on variety, structure your day into focused sprints with built-in flexibility. If procrastination and perfectionism is your challenge, maybe you can use your detail-oriented strength and use that to create small actionable steps instead of getting stuck in analysis paralysis, Let's say your struggle is inconsistency, inconsistent execution. Well, if you're a natural connector, find an accountability partner or join a mastermind group to keep yourself on track. Remember, it's not about fixing your weaknesses. It's about leaning into your strengths to outsmart the challenges. So you've got to identify your strengths and then match the strengths to the challenges. Now, let's talk about some practical tools and strategies that are going to help support you in the process. First, these are not things that you haven't heard me say before. The first is time blocking. Time blocking works. That's why you keep hearing about it so much. This is a game changer for entrepreneurs who struggle with focus. Dedicate specific blocks of time to different tasks and then honor those blocks like an appointment. Like if you had a doctor appointment, you wouldn't just skip it. So when you make an appointment with yourself, you treat it with the same seriousness. I teach the 90-minute sprint method in my coaching program. Just in a nutshell, it's focused intervals of 90 minutes, followed by a 10 to 15-minute break. And that studies have shown that aligns with your brain's natural energy cycles, and it keeps you productive without burnout. Another thing you can do is outsourcing and delegation. Delegating, identify tasks that drain you or they're not really in your zone of genius, and then delegate them or automate them, outsource them. That allows you to focus on what you do best and give your best energy to that. And then, you will need to spend some time in reflection and make adjustments as needed. At the end of each week is what I suggest is the best time. You're going to take 15 minutes, maybe more, but probably just 15 minutes to reflect on what went well, what didn't, and how you can improve. And then use your strengths to refine your approach. And so you're always going to be tweaking. You're always going to be making adjustments. And you're going to need a mindset shift. And I hesitate to say that because that word mindset is just overused, but it's just a pattern of thinking. And the biggest shift that you can make in getting things done is in your mindset. So it's not so much all activity. It's also what's going on up here in your head. Because many entrepreneurs fall into the trap of thinking that they need to be good at everything. But success isn't about being well-rounded. It's about being sharp and intentional. And so you'll need to embrace some positive mindset shifts, like go from I need to do it all to I need to do what matters most. Shift from my weaknesses hold me back to my strengths propel me forward. Go from I'll figure it out alone to I'll succeed with support. See, these shifts will empower you to approach challenges with confidence and clarity. And that's so important. So before we wrap up, let's just recap. And I'd love to see in the comments, whatever platform you're watching this on. And if you're watching replay, just let me know that as well. Let me know which of these stands out to you the most in the comments. So let's recap. Recognize the common pitfalls and how they're going to show up in your life. Identify and leverage your unique strengths to work smarter, not harder. Implement tools like time blocking, sprints, and delegation to streamline your workflow. And embrace a mindset that focuses on strengths and strategic action. So if this talk resonated with you, I would love to hear your biggest takeaway in the comments. Which one stood out to you? And if you are ready to take this work deeper, I would invite you to reach out. I can let you know about upcoming workshops that we have. And I also have a coaching program. The entry level is very accessible and affordable. And I'd love to chat with you about that to see if that might be a good fit for you. So I thank you so much for spending this time with me. Remember, your strengths can be used to your advantage. So use them, to outsmart the challenges, and you're going to be unstoppable. So I encourage you to think about your strengths when you are setting goals for the new year. Don't just think about what you don't want to do, but think about how you're going to grow and strengthen even more your strengths. So until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.